This thing for the balancing one as well with that, just because it's on the same top. This one's going to be kind of long, I think. But, all right. So, we good to go?
Yeah.
All right. This is going to be really cheesy. Hey. So, next one, the butterfly, or helicopter, or all these have different names. What you really want to try to do on these, when teaching them, there's all sorts of different ways to teach them. I'll show you all the ways I've been taught or seen over the years. First one is usually, sometimes this just clicks for people right away, is a butterfly in theory. A butterfly is one hand doing a backward figure eight, the other hand doing a forward figure eight. So I don't know if you can see that. This is just from the side what it looks like. And what you do is you put them on their sides like this and you stick them together. And that's literally what a butterfly or helicopter, whatever you want to call it, is. Depending on which hand is, doing the backward or forward figure eight, that will determine which way the butterfly or helicopter is going to go. I should count how many times I'm saying the name of this in this video. That's one way to do it. Some people just get that right away. Okay, I'll just stick those together. There it is. That's not always the case. Different ways to teach it. I've seen people do it where they hook their thumbs together and they try to imagine just kind of like they're molding a clay ball like this, and they'll just get that kind of basic motion, and it might be kind of sloppy, funky looking at first, but eventually they just kind of get the gist of it. Another way is same thing. Hook the fingers together, the thumbs. When the hands are down like this, that's the sunset. When the hands are like this, spirit fingers looking like a moose, that's the sunrise. So you just bring it up for the sunrise like that. Bring the hands down, that's the sunset. Sunrise, sunset. Just like that. Another way is, this is kind of cheesy, but imagine there's a big cauldron in front of you of like boiling hot lava, and you're stirring it up, and the sticks are really hot, so you have to blow them off. So what you want to do is hook the thumbs together, keep the sticks together just like this, and scoop the inside of the pot towards your belt, and then come up towards the top, make a nice circle, and when they get here they're super hot, so you gotta blow them off, bring them back down, scoop the inside of the pot, bring them back up, same thing, blow them off. And it's just kind of two little tricks to kind of get you to get that good rotation here on top, because a lot of times what people end up doing, like why I suggest to keep the hands right here together and the sticks together, is because usually this part right here is no problem, but when people get down to here, they tend to cross the sticks, and when you cross the sticks, you don't get that good rotation all the time down here on the bottom, and what ends up happening is they start doing this right here through the middle, and that's complete horse puppy. So that's cheating. So yeah, really try to keep everything together. Speed's not the key on these. What you really want to try to do is keep the forearms from moving and really get it all with the wrist movement right here, and get really nice, good circles on top and bottom. Don't worry about keeping them together. It's getting this motion right here that's the hardest thing to do. Stretch out the wrists a lot for this. But eventually, yeah, you really want to just get that motion, because in time you'll be able to split them up and you'll get this right here. In essence, this one right here can actually be done without strings, as long as you have that good hand movement. As you can see, no strings. Just as long as you have really good wrist and hand movement, this one is one of the ones that's pretty much all it is. It's just the strings are kind of there to give you that added little edge so you don't drop them. Another variation on this is bouncing them back and forth. This one can be done, this is a really cool move, it's really good for jigs and Strat Space, stuff that's really lively and bouncy. Different variations are, you can go up, down, side to side. You can split them up to the corners, kind of like that Da Vinci Man thing, all sorts of angles on these. You could do them up over the head, they're really cool. The way I always teach how to do these is you basically stick your hand out kind of like a traffic policeman would, and what you want to get is off this side of the hand a nice bounce. And what you don't want to get, when you're doing them up to speed, this will happen a little, but you want it to be as minimal as possible. But you want to keep the hand really straight, and you want the stick to just, with these two fingers, just toss it at the back of your hand, and just let this finger kind of move out of the way, and guide the stick back. Hopefully you can see that. Just like that.
Let it go up.
Yep. Bouncing off the back of the hand. Just like that.
Okay.
And just bring it back and catch, but try to really keep that hand stationary. Now, at the same time, what you also want to get is in this position, kind of like the Mr. Burns arm. You want this just sticking out like that. Try not to move it. Same thing off the front of the hand. It's kind of hard to do like this, really slow, but you want it to bounce kind of off of this area of the hand. Same thing. Just like that. Try not to move the hand, get rotation. Try to keep the hand nice and stationary. So, the tricky part is now you want to try to get them going at the same time. So, top one's going off the back, bottom one's going off the front. So, the top hand right here is always in this position, no matter how you switch it up. So, if you switch it up like this, same thing. Just like that. So, now what you want to do after you kind of get that going and feel comfortable is you want to get whichever way you're comfortable getting a butterfly going. This one also requires you to be able to do them both ways. Pretty much when you're learning these, same principle applies. Doing this thing no matter which way, you just got to really police yourself on which way you feel that you're weakest at. So get one going, and what you want to do at first is stop the sticks. So if you were doing a butterfly going with the right hand doing the reverse figure 8, so I call this going right. If you're going right, you would stop with this hand on top, and then give it a bounce, catch. From this position, this is kind of tricky, you would get it going the other way, so what I would call going left, where the left hand's doing the reverse figure 8, and then stop it. So whichever hand's doing the reverse figure 8 is the hand that's going to be on top. And then same thing again, bounce, and then reverse. Right hand's going reverse now, stop with that one on top, bounce, catch, reverse it the other way, stop, bounce, catch, just like that. And keep that going, and eventually what you want to get, as opposed to stopping, bouncing like that, the next kind of step is to bounce right into it and catch, reverse, bounce, catch, like that, and reverse, bounce, catch, just keep that going. And eventually what you want to get is just bouncing right back into the butterfly, like that. So, yeah, that's that one. Ding.
Very good.
So is it better to have your strength